from Chipotle. And yeah, I'm done for today doing Uber Eats, guys. I'm not playing around for today. I'm gonna be, yeah. I just got some food for my wife from Chipotle, and I'm heading back out. And yeah, I had a bunch of folks reaching out to me on TikTok saying, "How do you get clients?" And I met one person from Brooklyn. She's pretty good in building like websites and whatnot, but struggling to get customers. This is a typical question that I get a lot from lots of freedom founders, lots of operators. I use those words interchangeably, but the idea here is relatively simple, guys. If you're trying to find customers, you already failed. Basically, kind of remember that. You already failed. Why? Because your just psychological, mental state of mind will be trying to trick you, and it will try to create complexity because you will think that, because it will try to like overcomplicate things, and as a result you will be struggling to find clients. Therefore, like I always tell everybody, in fact, look, just to kind of give you an example, just by me doing Uber Eats today and doing nothing specific, where I would just sit in front of a computer all day and try to get the clients, and yet I still got the couple of leads, and not only leads but partnership guys as well. So today, not only did I find few clients, but also created a partnership, which is pretty cool. I mean, like honestly, guys, if you're sitting there trying to, you know, search for clients, then immediately mix it up a little bit. Okay, so the best way you're gonna mix it up is by introducing something that you want to do yet never do, but maybe hoping to do it to kind of differentiate yourself in a real life world. So in simple words, you know, like mix it up, go out, maybe go take a walk, and while we're walking, you describe all sorts of fun activities, and in the process of doing that, you're getting leads from TikTok and YouTube. A lot of people that try to get leads, they think that creating content is going to be the only way to get leads. This is the worst way to think, because number one, content is not like, even if you create content, if you don't get the right people to join that channel, obviously it's going to be problematic. Nobody's going to join, and then you're going to be working extra harder. So one of the ways that you could reduce this fatigue where you work extra harder is to instead jump into other people's channels and talk to other people and vibe in other people's channels. Now, at first you're going to think that this is going to be harder, but in reality it will become easier if you do that more, if you make that into a routine. And now you could tell the Clotbot to remind you about this routine. Otherwise, you'd never do it. You would just be constantly kind of in this flux state, trying to figure out what is best and never end up kind of doing it. So the only way, guys, for you to do it is to just just jump into some of those channels. That's the best way to get them. Now, you could also get them on Threads, but if and only if, like, the thing is with Threads, it's text based. So like when you start talking in Threads, people kind of tell right away that you're looking for clients. So you need to find your inner voice in Threads. That will never happen unless you use the voice feature. Now, the voice feature will never register in your mind. You may never execute it. You may never instantiate it unless somebody like me tells you that this is exactly what you need to do. And you end up like not doing it until you go through lots of struggles, triumphs, and tribulations. So that's kind of another topic. The other thing that you guys want to be doing constantly is creating opportunities for other people to join your program, product, or services. So one of the best ways that I managed to get clients super quick is by introducing affiliate structure. So in simple words, instead of just me communicating with somebody in Threads, I would use my microphone and I would say, yo guys, I'm looking for digital faceless marketing moms over 40 who are not represented by any kind of talent agencies, seeking to get on a monthly retainer plus commission as extra gravy. As soon as I do that, the algorithm does all the talking and the rest is just smooth sailing. Now, guys, look, this is a complex topic. This is a complex concept. If you wanted to learn more about this concept, take a look at the previous videos that I already created. Woohoo! Now, guys, check this out. I'm coming back from Chipotle. Woohoo! My wife, she made me get Chipotle. Sheesh. And it's supposed to be a blizzard. Sheesh. Anyway, where were we? That's right, clients. How do we get them? All right, bet. Today I got few. I wanted to talk about it and be like, all right, this is how simple this is. So, all you gotta do is jump into TikTok, find your favorite opposite of you, but the same you that you were in a previous month, 2 months, or a year ago. Did that register? No. Let me go ahead and repeat that. Okay. Let me repeat that. On TikTok, find your past you. Okay. Now, I'll give you an example of what I did. I found somebody who talks about Go High Level on TikTok, and I sure as hell know that I know a lot about Go High Level, but I couldn't make any sale for the sake of it. No matter how hard I tried, but I tried, and it was past me. So what I did is I found another Go expert, jumped into their channel, and then just started kind of talking in that channel. Of course, that's like the first step, guys. So the first step is to find your past you, okay? And then the second step is, ta-da! Begin communicating, vibing, talking about how you're gonna get some coffee. That's the second step. Woo! And by the way, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. So the next thing that I'm doing next inside of this channel, I'm pausing. That's another thing that a lot of people not doing, and as a result, they don't get customers. Notice how I went ahead and I accelerated quickly and I said, and as a result, they don't get customers. Just think about it. When you play piano, or maybe you heard somebody play piano, would that annoy you if it was the same kind of note? Ting, 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 ting. Hell yeah. The same thing with your brain when you're listening to somebody on the other side, creating live. What do you want to hear? You want to hear some sort of variations, combinations, iterations, twists, turns, and all sorts of fun things. Like, how do you do that? How do you do that on a TikTok when you're just talking to somebody and trying to get a customer when they can't really hear you, but they only see text? Believe it or not, there's a way. And I was able to find this way. And when I first discovered this way, I tried it like a year and a half ago, and I instantly landed a customer. But the problem with this way, it can escape you. It can escape your mind, and you don't necessarily revisit it. So you kind of continuously like going on to another shiny object. So you never really get back to it. So this is a top problem that I'm seeing in majority of the customers. They just never get back to something that was working for them, and they just kind of go on to the next step. So really, to get that customer, guys, jump into the next step. The next step should be beyond just sitting inside of TikToks. What you should be doing is introduce physical realm. In simple words, when you go to a restaurant or you go to another place, you just, start talking to people. So that's another way I was able to get the lead, just by talking to a customer and to a restaurant owner who technically became sort of a customer, but first the lead. So that was like another way that I just described to get customers or leads, however you want to put it. Now, the third way is through CloudBot. You see, CloudBot have this incredible architecture where it can reach out for you on behalf of you and build the relationship for you. Now, we'll take a little bit of time, but this is how CloudBot gets clients for our talent agency. In my Chrome browser, I have this little extension. It's called Threads Responder. And what CloudBot does, it connects to this extension through what's called OAuth. It authenticates through OAuth, and it uses my regular ChatGPT plan, $20 plan. So this way I don't have to use API tokens. Then the rest is just, it instantiates that Threads Responder, and Threads Responder starts responding to people. Threads algorithms that Threads and CloudBot is creating that engagement. So between CloudBot and Threads algo, that's how you get a lot of customers. So many that I didn't even know what to do with them once they started coming in. Now, this is gold. Not a lot of people talk about it, but if you guys wanted to learn more, simply just browse around my workshops. I promise you guys gonna love it. And and then we do have a program called Feudal Incubator, where we show you how to set up CloudBot and how to set up entire AI content-driven automation system. Now, we do charge $295 per month, and our customers gladly want to pay that money. But don't worry, we also have the same program on college level, and we do have some scholarships available in case if you wanted to pay, instead of $295 per month, in case if you wanted to pay $1,500 per semester. The same kind of program, but it will register for your college credits. So guys, look, at the end of the day, if you're interested, hit me up. If not, that's also fine. I'll see you guys